If you're wondering how to run a virtual practice while chasing a toddler around, here's what a real day looks like, messy parts and all. I'm Libby Rothschild, registered dietitian, business coach, and toddler mom. I see clients virtually every week in my private practice, and I help other dietitians build their businesses too. Today, I'm showing you what an actual routine looks like behind the scenes. Now, I've done this type of video before, but this was before I had my son, Johnny, so I wanted to do an updated version now. But if you want to check out that other video that I posted a few years back, you can check it out here. So the first tip would be to work in nap blocks or early mornings, right? I schedule my client sessions during nap time, and I also do them earlier in the day. And it helps me stay focused, and it does help keep the house quieter. So I do daycare. Right now, we're doing half-day daycare in the morning, and I allow my session time to fill up. And then I pick up my son, and while he naps, I'm able to do more sessions, and then I'm done for the day. Now, it's optional if you want to open up an evening slot for flexibility. I know this can change in the season. I happen to be recording this in the summertime where people can take more trips, and maybe your flexibility in hours can be modified. That's what's working right now for me and for us. And I also see coaching clients for my dietitian business, usually in the mid-afternoons. I reserve the earlier morning sessions for clients that are either cash pay or insurance. So that is a trick that I will tell you that keeps me focused. Now, later in the day, I start to get a little bit more tired and I don't function as well. And that's usually when I'm spending more quality time with the family, going on that second walk with my son, doing some cooking and hanging out with the family. The second tip would be I batch my content way ahead of time. And it helps me keep really focused, but I have been at this for a long time, so I have some dialed in systems at this point that I've had a lot of testing with, and I do share those tips and tricks with you inside of our membership. If you head over to dietitianboss.com, you'll get access to training, tools, templates, and access to being coached by me directly. So I record my YouTube videos, and I have my team create and schedule social media posts and prepping membership content and emails for marketing, all in one sitting. Right now I'm editing it because I'm using Descript as this awesome tool that's super simple. And that's the same thing with podcasting. But I do have my team actually schedule a podcast on our website, and then they will schedule the emails that we send out both to our members. And so when I sit down to do content, I'm doing multiple things at one time. I'm not doing bits and pieces. I'm sitting down and doing blocks of content, and that really helps. We also have these processes documented, so there's a clear structure and flow for the team, right? And make sure that I'm not context switching all day, because that can be really challenging, especially when you're managing a toddler, because you want to be focused on, let's say, one or two things at a time. So it would be really hard for me to do a little bit of content, one session, make lunch for my son, and then pick him up from daycare or drop him off. It's just a lot of little things. So when I have a time block, I'm doing many things at once, grouped all within a similar topic like content strategy, content execution, right? And what I do is not fancy. I follow the same workflow every week or month when I'm able to commit, when I am creating content in bulk. And inside the membership, I share that exact workflow so that other dietitian parents and dietitians that want to plan ahead can stay consistent even when it feels chaotic, right? Like when you're traveling, preparing for maternity leave, etc. So as a recap, I fit sessions into nap blocks. I also do sessions in the morning when he's at daycare for half days. I batch my content weekly, even monthly, or even further out than that. And I follow a repeatable schedule. We use tools like Google Sheets. We also use Asana for project management. We use Slack for communication with the team, but you don't have to start with a lot of tools. You can keep things really simple. I do recommend using a spreadsheet. Excel or Google Sheets is a really helpful way for you to keep track of everything when you first get started. I do invite you to join the Dietitian Boss membership. It's built for dietitians like you who are building a business while also improving your clinical skills. I look forward to seeing you inside the membership, and I want you to check out this next video on screen.